Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. There is no voice.
No?
Hare Krishna. So, we will heartily welcome all the devotees to this very, very special evening. We are back in association of His Grace Adi Gadadhara Prabhu and Her Grace Radharama Mataji. So, we are very, very grateful, first of all, to Anada.
कितने माताजी ने भी किया हुआ है
Ashram for all of us.
कितने माताजी ने भी ज्वाइन किया हुआ है
So thank you, Premavali, Trinath Prabhu, very much. So again, we are very, very fortunate to have the personal association of one of the beloved devotees of Gauranga Mahaprabhu's movement, Srila Prabhupada's movement, His Grace Adi Gadadhara Prabhu and Her Grace Radharama Mataji. We are very, very happy that they are here in Richmond to share their heart, which is full of devotion and compassion on this most auspicious day of Srila Prabhupada's accepting sannyas. And also it is Bhadra Purnima and it's Vishwarup Mahotsav. So without any further ado, once again, on behalf of all the devotees, we thank Mataji and Prabhuji for all our hearts by loudly, loudly chanting. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jivetunda Suri Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jivetunda Suri
Please mute your line
I-95 South, I-64 West, Richmond, Charlottesville. South, I-64 West, Richmond, Charlottesville.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
सीधे चलते रहिए 8 मिनटों से _ तक exit 21B.
19 लोगों ने तो ज्वाइन भी कर लिया I just like for maybe did she call you? Yeah. For Kirtan. I think that she did 1 hour, more than 1 hour. he just came because of the waiting, right? She has to do something.
अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaः. Shri Chaitanya Shri Guru Shri Guru Shri Guru Krishna Sindhu Namo Vishnu Krishna Krishna Bhutali Sri Bhakti Namaste Saraswati Shirasi Dritva Pratyavesha Swarupine Hare Krishneti Mantrena Paschatya Prachyatarine Shri Gaura Rupa Siddhanta Saraswati Nishevine Radha Krishna Padam Vringaya Gurave Namah Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Swami Shri Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada Te Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabha Devi Vaitramaya Krishna Sambandha Daive Ramade Namah Madhave Namaste,
Krishna Prema Mai Radha Radha Prema Radha Krishna Neela Krishna Vrinda Krishna Jeevan Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Madhvaita Shri Vasudeva Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. On behalf of our beloved founder Acharya, Nityalila Pravishta, Om Vishnupad, Shri Shri Madhabhaya Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, and the ISKCON Richmond leadership, I thank and welcome each and every one of you for coming here this evening. Special thanks to Sharanagat Mataji for coming from Baltimore, correct? Yeah. Maryland, coming from all the way from Maryland. I don't know how far it is, but thank you for being here. Prabhuji also came. Kids, yes. You just came along. Welcome. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Today is a very auspicious tithi. Today is Shri Vishwarup Mahotsav, the day when Shri Vishwarup, the elder brother of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, accepted sannyas. And following in his footsteps, our beloved Srila Prabhupada also accepted sannyas today. Hare Krishna. Let us read from Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur's Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat about the sannyas ceremony of Shri Vishwarup. Shri Vishwarup is not different from Shri Nityananda Prabhu. This is the Adi Khanda of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, chapter 7. Jaya Jaya Mahamaheshwara Gaura Chandra, Jaya Jaya Vishwambhara Priya Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying all glories to Shri Gaura Chandra. Jaya Jaya Mahamaheshwar Gaura Chandra. He is the Lord of all lords. Ishwar means Lord. And he is Mahamaheshwar. सब ईश्वरों के ईश्वर श्री गौरचंद्र. We have Shri Nitai Gaur Sundar here. Jaya Jaya Vishwambhara, all glories to Lord Vishwambhara, who is Priya Bhakta Vrinda. He is the beloved of all the devotees. Jaya Jagannath Shachi Putra Sarva Pran, Kripa Drishti Kara Prabhu Sarva Jive Tran. Srila Vrindavan Thakur is saying, all glories to the son of Jagannath Mishra. All glories to the son of Shachi Mata. Jaya Jagannath Shachi Putra. Sarva Pran. He is the life and soul of all the devotees. Kripa Drishtya Kara Prabhu Sarva Jive Tran. By casting your merciful glance on all the jivas, please deliver all the jivas. Vrindavan Thakur is praying for all of us. He namate navadvipe Shri Gaura Sundar Balya Lila Chale Kare Prakasha Vistar. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing his childhood pastimes in Navadvip. Our Gaura Sundar, as Nimai, he was performing pastimes in Sri Navadvip Dham. Nirantara Chapalata Kare Sabasane Maye Shikhaleo Prabho Dhanahi Mane. Prabhu Dhanahi Mane. He would not listen to anybody's advice. And Nirantar Chapalata Kare. Constantly he was mischievous. Our Nimai. Constantly mischievous. Hikaile arohay dviguna chanchal grihe jaha paye taha bhangaye sakam. Whenever his parents tried to control him, Nimai would not listen. And whichever household he would enter, whatever he would find, he would break. Karaye bhang means to break. He would break things. Bhaye aara kichu na bolaye baap amaye swachhande paramanande khelaya lilaye. More they tried to control him, the more naughty he would become. Nimai. So out of fear, everybody stopped telling anything to Nimai. They would not control him at all. So what was the effect? If you don't do tanan to a child, what happens? Swachhande paramanande khelaya lilaye. He became completely independent. He would do whatever he wanted. Whatever masti, whatever naughtiness he wanted, now there was nobody to tell him. Because if you told him, he became more naughty. So parents said, better not tell him. So he became completely independent, unrestrained. These are the pastimes of the Adi Khanda of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, the childhood pastimes of Nimai. Srila Vrindavan Thakur says, Adi Khanda Katha Jena Amrita Shravan Yahi Shishu Rupe Krida Kare Narayan. Shishu Rupe Krida Kare Narayan. Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Shri Gaur Sundar is Narayan, is Gaur Narayan. But Shishu Rupe, that Vaikuntanath is doing Shishu Rupe in the form of a small boy, he is doing Krida, is playing, playful pastimes. Therefore, these pastimes of Adi Khanda are Amrita Shravan. They are very nectar to the ears. Is it nectar to your ears? Very good. Pita Mata Kahare na kare Prabhu bhai Vishwarup agraj dekhi le namra hai. Mata Pita Kahare, mother, father, neighbors, elder relatives. Nimai would not listen to anybody. He could not be controlled by anybody. But Vishwarupa agraja dekhile namra hai. When Gaur Sundar would see Vishwarup, his agraja. Agraja means elder brother. Agra matlab आगे, first, and ja means janma. जिन्होंने अपने से पहले जन्म लिया है, बड़े भाई, अग्रज. So Vishwarup was the agraj. Whenever he would see Vishwarup, Vishwarupa agraja dekhile namra hai. Nimai would not be controlled by anyone, but when he saw his elder brother, he would become very mild. He was afraid of his elder brother. He was not afraid of Jagannath Mishra, not afraid of Shachi Mata. But Nimai, naughty Nimai, was afraid of who? And what Tithi it is today? He was afraid of Vishwarup. Now please listen carefully. Prabhura agraja Vishwarupa Bhagavan Ajanma virakta sarva gunera nidhan Prabhura Agraja Vishwarupa Bhagwan. The elder brother of Nimai was Vishwarup Bhagwan. He is Bhagwan, he is Balramji. Ajanma Virakta. He was a Bal Brahmachari, completely renounced from his childhood. Ajanma Virakta, Sarva Gunera Nidhan. And he was the abode of all good qualities, Vishwarup. Let us meditate on Vishwarup today. He is a second body of Nityananda Prabhu. He is not different from Nityananda Prabhu. So we are hearing about Nitai, the elder brother of Gaur Sundar. Okay? Nitai Gaur Sundar. So what's more? Prabhura Agraja Vishwarupa Bhagavan. Ajanma Virakta Sarva Gunera Nidhan. सर्व शास्त्रे सबे वाखा नेना विष्णु भक्ति खंडिते तहार व्याख्या नाही कारो शक्ति. Every scripture, whether it was Bhagavad Gita, whether it was Narad Pancharatra, Narad Bhakti Sutra, Srimad Bhagavatam, any Vishnu Puran, Padma Puran, any scripture, Vishwarup could explain in terms of pure bhakti. He would explain it Vishnu Bhakti. He would show Vishnu Bhakti in that Shastra. How this scripture is talking about pure bhakti. Khandite tahara vyakhya nahi karo shakti. And nobody had the shakti, nobody had the strength to break his presentation or to disprove his conclusions. He was so powerful, Vishwarup, so authoritative in his explanation of the scriptures. Shravane vadane mane sarvendriya gane. Krishna bhakti vine hara na bole na shune. Shravane vadane mane sarvendriya gane. Krishna bhakti vine hara na bole na shune. Vishwarup, with his Shravane, with his ears, Vadane, with his mouth, Mane, with his mind, and all other senses, Sarvendriya Gane, with all his senses, Krishna Bhakti Vinayara na bole na shune. He would not speak anything other than Krishna Bhakti, nor would he hear anything other than Krishna Bhakti. Gramya Varta na shunibe, Gramya Varta na kohi. Bharana khaibe ara bharana, bhalana paribe. So Vishwarup did not hear or speak anything other than Krishna Bhakti. But Vishwarup was observing his younger brother, Nimai. How the Kanthi Gopal Brahman came and he made offerings, and Nimai would come and eat them, the rice that he had cooked. 3 times it happened. How a big snake came and Nimai went and slept on that snake, and everybody was scared. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? And who can sleep on a big giant snake other than Lord Narayan? So seeing these uncommon activities of his younger brother Anuj, Agraja Anuja, Bada Bhai, Chota Bhai. So seeing Anuj, seeing the pastimes of his younger brother Nimai, Vishwarup would understand that my younger brother is Krishna. He would understand that my younger brother is Krishna. Nobody can do such pastimes. He looks so beautiful. He's so effulgent. His eyes are like the petals of a lotus. His nose is like a sesame flower. His teeth are like pearls. His lips are like the reddish bimba fruit. He's so attractive. Every limb of his body is so well formed. He has got all auspicious marks on his soles and palms. He must be the Supreme Lord. Anujera dekhi ati vilakshana rit. Vishwarupa mane gane hayya vismit. He was quite bewildered that this brother is not an ordinary young boy. He's somebody special. He must be Krishna only. E balaka kabhu nahe prakrita chalo yal. Rupe acharane jena Shri Bala Gopal. He understood my younger brother is Sri Bal Gopal. Little Nimai is Bal Gopal. Vishwarup understood. And then he said that by his uncommon activities that he's constantly performing, the thieves come and kidnap him. And then the thieves are bewildered and they bring him back to the home after feeding him Sandesh. So this is definitely Krishna. This cannot be an ordinary boy. Vishwarup concluded, and he must have come here because he has some specific purpose. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya dushkritam, dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavam yuge yuge. He has come for some very special purpose. Ei mata chinte Vishwarupa mahashaya kaharena bhange tattva swakarma karaye. So Vishwarup understood my younger brother is Krishna. He has come for some special purpose. I don't know what that purpose is. So Vishwarup kept to his own activities. He did not interfere with Nimai and he did not tell anybody that Nimai is Balgopal, is Gaurgopal, or Gaura is Gaurgopal. He didn't tell this to anybody because he didn't want to disturb the plan of the Lord. He must be having some plan. Niravadi thake sarva Vaishnave rasange Krishna katha, Krishna bhakti, Krishna puja range. These are the activities of Vishwarup. Niravadi means constantly. Constantly he was. Niravadi thake, thake means to be. Grihe thako, vane thako, sada hari bole dako. So Niravadi thake sarva Vaishnava rasange. Always Vishwarup was in whose association? Vaishnavas. Always he used to seek Vaishnava association. Always. Krishna Katha, Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Puja Range. And he used to do Krishna Katha, Vishwarup. He used to do Krishna Bhakti and Krishna Puja Range. And his only enjoyment was to worship Krishna, to speak Krishna Katha, and to perform Krishna Bhakti. Bhakti means Navamida Bhakti. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Vandanam, Archanam, like that. So this was the constant activity of Vishwarup. He was always with devotees and always doing Krishna Bhakti. This was Vishwarup. Now, this was at a time when Navadvip was filled with very proud people. Navadvip was filled with atheists. Navadvip was filled with karmakandi people who were mad after sense gratification. At such a time, when there was no Gaudiya Math, when there was no ISKCON, at that time, they were practicing Krishna Bhakti. They were doing Krishna Katha constantly. When devotees were, it's okay, let them enjoy. When devotees were few and far between. Devotees were few and far between. These people were doing Niravadi Thake Sarva Vaishnavera Sange, Krishna Katha, Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Puja Range. How was the world? Jagat Pramatta Dhana Putra Vidya Rase Vaishnava Dekhile Matra Sabe Upahase. Don't feel sad if in your office or in your neighborhood or in your circle, people make fun of you for being a devotee. Or if people criticize you for being a devotee, or if people cannot understand your mood of being a devotee. Because here, 500 years ago, when there was no internet, there was no Bollywood, there was no Hollywood, there was no Star TV and HBO and whatever the movie channels are, Netflix, it was not there. That time also, Jagat Pramatta Dhana Putra Vidya Rase. The worldly people, general people of Navadvip and everywhere in the world, they were Pramatta, they were mad for Dhan, Putra, Vidya Rase. They were very proud of their learning, they were very attached to their own families, and they were mad after money is money. My dear, the rich man's joke is always money. Money. Everybody was crazy for money. And Vaishnava Dekhile Matra Sabe Upahase. And they would see Vaishnava, they would make fun of the Vaishnavas. Now I want all of you to listen carefully what these general people said about the Vaishnavas. Arya Tarja Pade Sab Vaishnava Dekhiya Yati Sati Tapasviyo Jabe Maria. Now listen to what these people said. Listen carefully. They would actually compose rhymes and songs and poems about Vaishnavas. describing the activities of Vaishnavas, that a Vaishnava Mataji will be very, very chaste to her husband. Vaishnava Mataji is a sati. She is very chaste to her husband. Therefore, Prabhupada taught us that we have to address everyone other than our wife as Mataji. And it is not just lip deep, but when we look at a lady, when we speak to a lady, we should actually feel that she is like my mother. How we have a pure feeling about our mother, caring feeling about our mother, respect about our mother. Like that we should feel for all the Matajis, except one's wife. So they said that these Vaishnava ladies are very chaste. Vaishnava men later on take sannyas. They are Vairagis. And generally Vaishnavas, they live a very austere life of tapasya. Ekadashi, they fast. They wake up late or early. Today I woke up late, but generally Vaishnava, I am not Vaishnava. Vaishnava is supposed to wake up early. Brahma Murtha, they chant. So the common people would compose songs. Oh Vaishnava, you wake up so early in Brahma Murtha. Oh Vaishnava Matajis, you are so chaste to your husbands. You don't do faltu things like us. Oh yeah, Vaishnava men, you are always thinking when I can take one person. You are always listening to Anand Vrindavan Prabhu's classes. Why you do all this tapasya? Why you do all this tapasya? Because we also die and you also die. What is the difference? We have eaten rasgulla and eaten food cooked in ghee and enjoyed ourselves, sleeping and snoring. You have done tapasya, but ultimately you also get heart attack, you also get cancer, you also meet with accident, you also die, and we also die. We enjoyed, you did austerity. You're crazy people. Like that they would say. And they would compose songs. And whenever a Vaishnava would go on the road, they will sing those songs to this effect. Karo, karo, tapasya karo. Ultimately, तुम भी मरोगे, हम भी मरोगे, हम भी मरेंगे. लेकिन हम enjoy करके मरेंगे. और तुम तपस्या करके मरो. Be chaste. We are not chaste. We enjoy. You take sannyas. No problem. Walk barefoot. Live in the forest. We will eat nicely. We will live in a nice big bungalow. You also die. We also die. What is the difference? Aisa. This was their Siddhanta. So then who is successful according to those people? तारे बोले सुकृति जे डोला घोड़ा चढ़े दश विश्व जन जारा आगे पीछे रहे. Who is successful? That person successful जे डोला घोड़ा चढ़े. One who can sit on a palki or one who can sit on a horse. That person is. Horse means in today's times a nice car. One who can afford a nice car, one who can afford nice servants. That person is successful. आगे पीछे 10-20 लोग. They should have 10, 12, 20 servants. Then you will be considered successful. In today's world, you should have your own company, or you should be at a management position where you have 10, 20 people reporting to you. This is the equivalent of that. That person is successful. All of you are always crying for Krishna. Devotees are always crying for Krishna. Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj would say that Bhakti means a cry school. Bhakti means to cry for Krishna. If we don't cry for Krishna, that means our heart is very dry, like a desert. There should be shower of tears on the heart. Tears should fall here on the heart. Then the heart becomes fertile, where the Prem Latika will grow. Prem Latikara Buddha. The Prem Latika will grow. The Bhakti Lata will grow. If there are tears that fall on the heart. So these people are saying that all of you are always crying for Krishna. Till you remain Daridra. Till you remain poor. You don't have any drive to become CEO. What you are wearing Bagalbandi? You should wear a nice suit. What you're sitting Friday evening, you're sitting here on the ground. Go sit in a cinema house on a nice chair, recline and eat popcorn. That is enjoyment, Baba. What you are doing here? Go. Like that they would talk. Why are you so austere, devotees? What you are getting? One devotee, one person I invited for satsang once, and he refused to sit down. He said, I have come as a guest, you better give me a chair. Well, so I'm coming. You're inviting me. And you're making me sit on the floor. So they may sit. I am not sitting on the floor. And then the prasadam came. This is India. Prasadam came in buckets. I said, oh my God. I'm not going to eat food that is served from buckets. Please. So horrible, he said. Sit on the floor, eat from buckets. I don't want. So this is the materialist. They don't understand what joy we are experiencing. अरे तुम पैसे देके movie देखो. You pay money and you watch a movie, $15, $20. Pay for popcorn. Here we are getting nice Krishna Katha, nice Kirtan, real friends who will help us in times of need, and Krishna Prasad. And it is free. Who is the winner? It is free, yes. Very good. So they say that you chant the names of Hari very loudly. Ghana ghana Hari Hari bole chhada dak. Kruddha hai gosai shunile bada. This is, you are loudly chanting Hari 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 Hari. Don't you know Lord Hari gets angry when you chant his name loudly? This is their philosophy. It's not mentioned anywhere in the Shastra. You know how people, they make their own philosophy sometimes. If a black cat goes, then bad luck. Go turn around. Like people come up with their, so they say that if you chant loudly, Krishna will get angry. Krishna doesn't like his Ucha Swarastam Vada Sarva Daiva Govinda Damodar. Acharya is saying that Ucha Swara. Krishna Utkirtana Gana Nartana Paro Prema Mritam Bhodini. Srinivas Acharya, Bilwang Acharya say chant loudly. And these people are saying, no, Krishna gets angry if you chant loudly. Ei mate bole Krishna bhakti shunya jane shuni maha dukkha paya bhagavata gane. In this way, Krishna bhakti shunya jan, those who have no bhakti, they kept speaking like this, criticizing bhakti, criticizing bhaktas, criticizing devotees, criticizing devotion. And hearing this, the devotees felt very sad. Very sad. What is this? In entire Navadvip, kothao na shune keha Krishnera kirtan. Dagdha dekhe sakala samsara anukshan. In entire Navadvip, because of such majority of atheistic people who were blaspheming devotees, there was no sound of kirtan. In entire Navadvip, there was no sound of kirtan. And seeing this, the devotees, they felt the heat, dagdha. They felt the fire of material existence. They felt that this world is too much. Dukkha vada paya vishwa rupa bhagavan nashune abhishta Krishna chandrera akhyan. Vishwarup became very sad because he could not hear Krishna Chandra's topics. Because what is the nature of a devotee as described in Sri Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter? What do devotees do when they come together? Mat chitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayanta shamamrityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. This is devotees. They come together and then they talk about Krishna. And ramanti cha, tushyanti. They become satisfied by that and they feel very happy hearing Krishna Katha. But in Navadvip at that time, there was no Krishna Katha going on, and seeing this, Vishwarup became very sad. He became distressed. Dukkha bada paye Vishwarup Bhagavan. He became very dukhi. Nobody's talking about Krishna. There is no Krishna Kirtan. There are no talks about Krishna. Even people who were teaching Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, they were teaching the scriptures without any mention of bhakti. They would teach Bhagavad Gita without mentioning bhakti. They would teach Bhagavatam without mentioning bhakti. This was going on. Then what happened was, Advaita Acharya Adi Jata Bhaktagan Jivera Kumati Dekhi Karaye Krandan. Advaita Acharya, Vishwarup, Srivas Thakur, Haridas Thakur, seeing Jivera Kumati, all of us have two things, Sumati and Kumati. Sumati is the good dog. Kumati is the bad dog. You have heard that analogy? Good dog and bad dog. We have Sumati and Kumati. So Kumati Dekhi, seeing Jivera Kumati Dekhi, Karaya Krandan. Seeing that all the people were under the influence of Kumati, not Sumati. They were all listening to the bad dog. They were listening to the anarthas, not listening to Paramatma. Vishwarup and Advaita Acharya, they all became very sad. Dukhe Vishwarupa Prabhu mane man gane, na dekhi ba loka mukha, chali jai vane. Seeing this deplorable condition of society, where in the entire society there was no Krishna Kirtan, there was no Krishna Katha, there was blasphemy of devotees, there was blasphemy of bhakti, left, right, and center. Vishwarup said, Dukhe Vishwarupa Prabhu mane mane gane, na dekhi ba loka mukha. I will not look at the face of these atheistic people. I don't want to see their faces, the atheistic people. Chali jai vane, and I will go to the forest. I will become a sannyasi. Why did Vishwarup decide to take sannyas? He didn't want to associate with this materialistic education. I don't want to associate. I will go. I will go take sannyas. Usha kale Vishwarupa kari ganga snan. Advaita swabhaya asti haya upasthan. Advaita swabhaya asti haya. Now listen to the Dincharya of Vishwarup. So much adversity. So if we think that we don't have support for bhakti in our house, we should take inspiration from Advaita Acharya, from Vishwarup, from Srila Thakur. What Vishwarup was doing? Usha Kale, every morning, Vishwarup Kari Ganga Snan. He would begin his day with Ganga Snan. And Advaita Sabhaya Asi. He would go to the Sabha of Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya in his house always had a Sabha. Advaita Acharya had two homes. One was in Navadvip and one was in Shantipur. So he would go to the house of Advaita Acharya after Ganga Snan and he would attend the satsang there. What happened? Sarva Shastre Vakhanena Krishna Bhakti Sar Shuniya Advaita Sukhe Karena Hunkar. Vishwarup would go to the house of Advaita Acharya and give class. Vishwarup would give class in the house of Advaita Acharya. He would speak on different scriptures. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Vishnu Purana. And every scripture he would teach bhakti. How there is bhakti in everything. Mahabharata, Ramayana, everywhere he would show bhakti. And hearing this, Shunya Advaita Sukhe Karena Hunkar. Advaita Acharya roared in ecstasy, in happiness, hearing the explanations of Vishwarup. Advaita Acharya was 52 years older to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How many years? 52 years elder to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Advaita Acharya. So he was quite senior even to Vishwarup. Vishwarup was a bacha in front of Advaita Acharya. But seeing how nicely he speaks, Advaita Acharya was very great, happy, very encouraging, very proud. What does this mean? We should not judge a speaker by their age. Someone may be just 26, 27 years old, but they may have a lot of bhakti. In our Krishna consciousness, please listen carefully, we don't necessarily judge someone just based on their age or their birth or how they look or what their education qualification is. Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj explains that there are 4 varnas: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. All of them give respect to each other based on different criteria. The Brahmanas give respect. Dvivedi hai ki Trivedi hai ki Chaturvedi hai. How much knowledge of Shastra you have. How much ever knowledge one has of the Shastra, that much respect the Brahmanas give. Oh, he's very learned Pandit. Respect. Oh, he is Murkha. He doesn't know how to read Sanskrit. So they will not respect Brahmanas among Brahman community. Respect is given based on how much you are learned in the Shastra. Kshatriyas, ek akshavani hai, do akshavani hai, teen akshavani. How big, powerful you are. Are you a Rathi? Are you a Maharathi? Are you a Atirathi? Atirathi means one who can defeat 1,000 Maharathis alone. Karna, Arjun, Bhishma, they were Atirathis. Dronacharya. They are not just Maharathis, they are Atirathis. So Kshatriyas give respect based on how much strength you have, how much power you have, how big an army you have, how big a kingdom you have. Vaishyas, are you Lakpati, Karodpati, millionaire, billionaire? Vaishyas give respect based on how much money you have. Vaishyas give respect based on how much money. And Shudras give respect based on age. Just by being old, pranam, pranam. Oh, old person is sitting and drinking hookah. Pranam, old, you're old. You're Babaji, you're senior in age. So Shudras respect simply based on age. Ye bada hai, namaskar karo. That is Shudra mentality. Vaishyas simply based on money. He may be the most corrupt fellow, most exploitative merchant, but he has got money. So respect. Kshatriyas based on power, military strength. Oh, Duryodhan, you are Chakravarti Samrat. Namaskar, namaskar. We will support, you will support. Like that. And Brahmanas based on knowledge of the Shastra. But Vaishnavas are not like that. Vaishnavas give respect. Jai Krishna Tattva Vetta, say Guru. Guru means spiritual master, Guru also means Bada. Lagu, Guru. Who is big? Jai Krishna Tattva Vetta. One who knows Krishna is big. One who understands Krishna, one who is closer to Krishna is big. Vyasdev, Narad Muni, Vashishta Muni, Vishwamitra Muni, Parashar Muni, they are all sitting. And 16-year-old boy, Shukdev Goswami comes. And he is given the Vyasasana. Why? Because he is Radharani's parrot. Nobody else is Radharani's parrot there. Sab log baith ke sun rahe. 16-year-old boy. Why? Because he is close to Radharani. Vaishnavas respect based on Kiba Vipra Kiba Nyasi Shudra ke Nenoy Jai Krishna Tattva Veta Sei Guru Hai. Vaishnavas give respect based on advancement in Krishna consciousness. But Vaishnavas are amanina manadena, which means Vaishnavas respect based on all criteria. Age, yes. If someone is elder, you respect them. Money, yes. Sometimes we give VIP darshan on Janmashtami. Why? Because these people have the potential to do big service. Who gave Prabhupada money to publish Krishna book? George Harrison. Because he had money. So therefore, we should not criticize why ISKCON they have a VIP darshan. Krishna has empowered them by giving them money. And that can be used in Krishna's service. And if you call them like I did, he was an IS officer who I invited. And I told him sit on the floor and eat from the bucket. He's used to eating in 5-star restaurants, big government official parties, and where there are sarkari nokar chakar. So we have to deal with them in an appropriate way. So we should not criticize ISKCON leadership just because they have VIP darshan for the big people. Not like that. Why we should criticize? Because when they do service, they can do big service that we cannot do. They can give permission for Rath Yatra. We cannot do. So sometimes we have to do like this. It is not chaplusi. It is amanina manadena. Vaishnavas give respect to everyone, but they will give respect based on age. They will give respect based on wealth. They will give respect based on strength and military power. And they will give respect based on education also. Oh, this is a IIT graduate. Please come. Special program. Prerna chief guest. IIT professor. We give respect. But the most respect, IIT professor will not sit on the Vyasasana. That only Guru Maharaj will sit. We have a sannyasi room in the house. Our boss also comes. That is only for Guru Maharaj. So Vaishnavas give respect to everyone based on all the 4 criteria. But most respect we give based on spiritual advancement. Is this clear? So aisa nahi ki kal se we will not do namaskar to our elders. We give respect based on all criteria, but the deepest respect is based on bhakti. Is this clear? So Advaita Acharya is giving respect to Vishwarup. Why? Because Vishwarup is a very great devotee. Very great devotee. So much so that, now listen, Mad Bhakta Puja Vyadika. Bhagavad. पूजा छाड़ी विश्व रूपे धरी करी कोले आनंदे वैष्णव सब हरि हरि बोले कृष्णानंदे भक्त गण करे सिंहनाद कृष्णानंदे भक्त गण करे सिंहनाद कारो चित्ते आर नाही सुर ये विषाद कारो चित्ते आर सुर ये विषाद विश्व रूप छाड़ी के नाही जाए घरे विश्व रूप न ऐसे न आपन मंदिरे Advaita Acharya gives so much respect to Vishwarup. Puja chhadi Vishwarupe dhari. He gave up his Vishwarup came. He was doing Shaligram Seva. Advaita Acharya left Shaligram ji and went and embraced Vishwarup. So much respect he had. So when a Vaishnava comes, even if we are doing Puja Seva, we should first make sure the Vaishnava is received properly and welcomed properly. Otherwise, will Krishna be happy? Mad Bhakta Puja Abhyadika. The worship of devotee is superior. What did Pundarik do in Pandharpur? He gave us wheat, brick to Vithalji. You wait, I am massaging the feet of my parents. Because parents are pure devotees. So Vithal says to Pundarik, if you would have left your parents and come to attend to me, I would have disappeared. But because you continued serving my devotees, I will stay here like this. If he would have left, Bhagwan hai, Dwarkadish has come. Krishna said, I would have gone. I was testing you. You passed the test. You continued serving. You made me wait. You have passed the test. So Advaita Acharya left his puja seva and ran to embrace Vishwarup. In great ecstasy, Krishnanande Bhaktagane Kare Singh Maharaj. In great ecstasy, all the devotees they roared like lions. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. And the Vishwarupa chhadi ke ha nahi jaye ghare. Nobody wanted to go home, giving up the company of Vishwarup. When he was speaking Hari Katha, there was no 1.5 hour limit. When Vishwarup was speaking, because he was speaking pure Katha. He was speaking pure Katha. No limit. But so when you have to go home, we don't have to go home. When you have to go home, we don't have to go home. You speak. Sunite Prabhu Satto Shapar. Bolo, 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 Prabhu, bole Bharata. Advaita Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gadadhara Pandit. 100 times they would read Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Charitra, again. Keep going, keep going. Swadu, swadu, pade, pade. Like that. So they had no desire to go home. But they had to go home. Vishwarup had to go home. Randhan kariya shashi bole Vishwambhare, tomara agraje giya anaha satvare. After completing Randhan kariya, Randhan means cooking. After finishing her cooking, Shashi Mata would tell Nimai, Agraj ko bula ke lao. Apne bade bhai ko bula, go call your elder brother. It's time for prasad. So then what happened? This is very sweet. So please listen, we'll recite the verses also. Mayera adeshe Prabhu Advaita Sabhaye. Ai se nagrajere labharat chalai. So receiving the Mayera Adesh, after receiving the Adesh, the order of his mother, Nimai would go where? Advaita Sabha. In the Advaita Sabha, he would go where Vishwarup is giving class and everybody is listening. And he would go and call his brother home. Will not repeat because it will become very late. So I'll just sing. You listen. Asiya dekhe na Prabhu Vaishnava Mandal, Anyonne kare na Krishna Kathana Mangal. When Nimai would arrive in Advaita Sabha, in the house of Advaita Acharya, where Hari Katha, Krishna Katha is going on, when little Nimai would come, imagine a little Nimai, 4 or 5 years old boy, he's coming. Anyonne karena Krishna Kathana Mangal. What are the devotees doing? Anyonne means among each other. They are doing Krishna Katha, all the Vaishnavas. Nimai walks into the Sabha. आपण प्रस्ताव शुनी श्री गौर सुंदर सबारे करे ना शुभ दृष्टि मनोहर. So what is everybody doing? Everybody is doing अन्योन्य करे ना कृष्ण कथन मंडल. They are doing Krishna katha. What Vrindavan Thakur says? आपण प्रस्ताव शुनी श्री गौर सुंदर. Shri Gaura Sundar, hearing his own katha, Savare Karena Shubha Drishti Manohar. He cast his merciful glance, auspicious glance on everybody. You are doing my katha. Advaita, good. Vishwarup, good. Srivas, Haridas, karte lage raho. Bola Vaishna, lage raho. He cast his blessings in his glance on everybody. Little 5-year-old boy, he has come to call his brother, but he is casting his Kripa Drishti. Now, I want all of you to sing this. This is very beautiful. Ready? The beauty of Nimai as he enters Advaita Sabha. Prati ange nirupama lavanye rasima. Koti chandra nahe eka nakhera upama. Digambara sarvanga dhulaya dhusa. Hasiya agraja prati karena uttar. Bhojane ai sabhai dakaye janani. Agraja vasana dhari chalaye apani. Prati ange nirupam. This little 4-5-year-old boy, Nimai, Prati anga, each and every limb of his body was perfectly formed. So beautiful. Nimai. Take darshan. It's Gaur Sundar, but little Nimai. So, Prati ange nirupam. Every limb of the body of Nimai was perfectly formed. Very, very beautiful, very attractive. You look at his fingers and it's such beautiful fingers. You look at his forearms. What beautiful forearms. Look at his toes. Oh, I feel like kissing them. You look at his cheek, you look at his hair, look at his eyes, his ears. Everything is sucharu. Everything is very beautiful. And there is no comparison. Nirupam means anupam. There is no upama. There's no comparison. I said, kitne beautiful hai? Nahi bol sakte, wo dekhna padega. You'll have to see. Seeing is believing. Prati anga nirupam. Lavanyera Sima. The parakashta of beauty, the zenith, topmost limit of beauty. What you can imagine. Not some Miss Universe, Mr. Universe, Phaltu. That is, they are producing stool and urine. Not like that. They have to put makeup and real beauty. Real beauty. Lavanyera Sima. The zenith of beauty. Achha, but we are not able to understand. Okay. I'll explain. I'll explain. One small example I'll give. Because he said Nirupam, cannot give Upma. But we cannot understand without example. So Srila Vrindavan Thakur is forced to give example. Okay. Aisa karta hu, I will tell you about his nails. How about that? Let's start from the toenails. Koti Chandra Nahe Ek Nakhera Upama. Crores, millions of moons do not compare to the beauty of one nail, one toenail of our Nimai. You want to sing this verse? Prati ange nirupama lavanye rasima. Koti chandra nahe eka nakhera upama. This is our Nimai. Achha, what clothes was he wearing? Digambara Sarvanga. Is Nimai, little Nimai. Therefore, we can say Sarvanga, Nirupama. He's Digambar. Digambara Sarvanga, but he is covered with dhul. Dhulaya Dhusar. This is plain, na? He was playing with his friends. Nimai has his own friends. Vishwarup has his friends in Advait Sabha, but Nimai has his own friends. Little Gadadhar, little Mukunda Dutt, he's playing with them and he's covered with dust. So he's only covered with dust only. And the directions, Digambar. And Hasiya, he's very much smiling. Vishwambhar is smiling, Nimai is smiling, and he spoke to his brother, Agraj. He spoke to his brother. What? Bhojana Aisa Bhai. Brother, come for food. Bhojana Aisa Bhai. Kyun? Dhake Janani. Janani is calling. Mother is calling. Agraja Vasana Dhari Chalaye Apane. And he caught hold of the dhoti of Vishwarup, who is giving class. Like, chalo, chalo, chalo. It's time for prasad. Time to eat. Let's go. Everybody is watching. Advait Acharya is watching. Sita Thakuran is watching. Then Nalini and Srivas Thakur, the brothers, Srinidhi, Sripati, Shri Ram, Shuklambar Brahmachari, Kolavecha Sridhar, Shivananda Sen, Murari Gop, they're all watching. Haridas Thakur is watching. Dekhi se mohana rupa sarva bhaktagan sthagita haya sabhe kare nirakshan. When they saw this beauty, who is this beautiful little boy? Covered only with dust. He's walking into a Bhagavatam class, Nangu Pangu, and he's holding his brother's dhoti and saying, Chalo, mommy is calling. Bhojan ke liye chalo. Even suddenly a serious Bhagavatam class is going on, and boy comes and holds the dhoti of the speaker. Chalo, chalo, chalo. Janani, Dake, my mother is calling, let's go. But he's so beautiful. We were hearing just now Varha Pidam Natavar Vapu, and this is just like that. He's so beautiful. What we are hearing in Bhagavatam, this is the same beauty. Dekhi se Mohana Roop, Sarva Bhaktagan, looking at the most attractive form of Nimai, Stagita Haya Sabe, Kare Niraksha. They became stunned and they began staring at him. So beautiful, Nimai is so beautiful. Samadhira Praya Hayache Bhaktagane, Krishnera Kathana Karuna Aise Vadane. Beautiful. Samadhi lag gayi sabko. Just looking, doing nirikshan of Nimai, they went into Samadhi. Samadhira Praya, almost like Samadhi, all the devotees. Samadhira Praya Hayache Bhaktagane. All the Bhaktagan, they went into Samadhi, just looking at his boy. They were stunned, mesmerized by his beauty. Krishnera Kathana Karu Na Aise Vadane. And they were doing Krishna Katha, they were doing Krishna Kirtan. Kirtan might be going on someday. And the Kirtan stops as soon as Nimai comes. Because that Naam has come in the form of Roop. Prabhu dekhi bhakta moha swabhave hai vina anubhave vyo dasera chitta laye. Devotees by nature, Srila Vrindavan Thakur is saying, devotees by nature are overwhelmed upon seeing the Lord. It is the nature of a devotee. How devotees do when they see Radharama in Vrindavan, when they see Bake Bihari, when they see Radha Shamsundar. Remember? Gopashtami, Hare Krishna. On Gopashtami, when the darshan opens of Radha Shamsundar, Hare Krishna, that big Krishna Balaram temple courtyard, Prabhuji, we thought it was going to be a stampede. So many devotees. They are just old people, people with walking disability, nobody, small children, they just come to take darshan of Radha Shamsundar. So much love they have. Vrindavan Thakur, this is the nature of a devotee. He will do anything for Krishna darshan. The gopis also were crying for Krishna darshan. Krishna darshan lalasa. Prabhu se apana bhakter chitta hare ekatha bhujite anya jane nahi pare. Now something very sweet is coming. Vrindavan Thakur is saying that materialistic people are not able to understand how Krishna attracts the hearts of all the devotees. They cannot fathom. Krishna is not some Bollywood star. Krishna doesn't play cricket. Krishna doesn't play basketball. How can anybody be attracted to Krishna? You can't even hear his flute. How can anybody be attracted to Krishna? How can he be the star, the real star? People cannot understand this. Ekatha bhujite anya jane nahi pare. Others cannot understand. Vrindavan Thakur is saying. Unke samajh ke bahar hai. They cannot understand how a devotee gets attracted to Krishna. Only devotee. Now listen carefully. Don't repeat because of time constraint. ए रहस्य विदित कैलेन भागवते परीक्षित सुनिलेन शुक देव हिते प्रसंगे शुनः भागवतेर आख्यान शुक परीक्षितेर संवाद अनुपाम. This mystery of how a devotee gets attracted to Krishna is revealed by Shukdev Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj in Bhagavatam. Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying. And who is Vrindavan Das Thakur? Krishna Katha Bhagavate Kahe Ved Vyas. Chaitanya Leela Vyas Vrindavana Das. Krishna Katha Bhagavate Kahe Ved Vyas. Chaitanya Leela Vyas Vrindavana Das. That Vyasdev, the guru of Shukdev Goswami, has come as Vrindavan Das Thakur. And he's telling that Shukdev Goswami, my son, in Bhagavatam, has revealed this secret, how a devotee gets mesmerized and attracted by Krishna in Bhagavatam. Says, Ei Gaura Chandra Jabe Janmila Gokule. Shishu Sange Grihe Grihe Krida Kari Gume. Look at the beauty. Ei Gaura Chandra Jabe Janmila Gokule. Vrindavan Thakur saying this Gaura Chandra, Gaura Sundar, when he took birth in Gokul Vrindavan. Not that Krishna became Gaura Chandra. This Gaur Sundar became Krishna in Gokul. यह है भक्त का भाव. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Maharaj, the purport says that it is correct. It is correct because both are eternal. Gaur Chandra also eternal and Radha Krishna also eternal. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti Ladini Shakti Rasman. Ekat Manav Abhivupura Deha Bheda Vatadu Chaitanyakhyam Prakata Madhura Tadvayam Aikyam Aptam. Radha Bhav Visuddham Nomi Krishna Sarupam. That Radha and Krishna are eternally one, but they are manifesting as two for Leela Rasa Swadan. And those two have become one as Gaurachandra. So Radha Krishna is one means Gauranga Mahaprabhu. But they manifest as two as Radha Krishna. And those two have become one as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So like that. So Ei Gaura Chandra Jabe Janmila Gokule. He took birth. Shishu Sange, along with his childhood friends, Krishna Grihe Grihe Krida Kali. Every household he went and did childhood pastimes, Krishna. Janma haite Prabhure Sakala Gopi Gane Nija Putra haiteo Sneha Kare Mane. All the gopis of Gokul, they loved Krishna more than their own biological children. Yadyapi Ishwara Buddhe na jane Krishnere Swabhavai Putra haite Bada Sneha Kare. Putra haite Bada Sneha. More than their own Putra, they loved Krishna. More than their own child, all the elder gopis of Vrindavan, they loved Krishna. This is what Shukdev Goswami is teaching in Srimad Bhagavatam. When Parikshit Maharaj heard this, that everybody loves Krishna more than their own child, Parikshit Maharaj asks, is it because they knew that Krishna is Bhagwan? Then it is possible that we may love more than our own child, because we know that ultimately our child also is coming from Bhagwan Krishna only. But Yadyapi Ishwara Buddhena, they did not know that Krishna is Ishwar. Brajvasis don't know that Radha and Krishna are Ishwar. That's what we were discussing yesterday. Vrindavan, entry in Vrindavan means you have to forget that Radha and Krishna are Bhagwan. You go to Nandagaon and you ask something from Krishna Balram, the pujari will chastise you. Why are you asking? You give blessings to them. Don't you see? They are small balak. They need your blessings. This is the bhava. So, they did not know that Krishna is God, still they loved Krishna more than their own child. Now this was too much for Maharaj Parikshit to take. Shunya Vismita Bada Raja Parikshit, Shukasthane Jidnyasena Haya Pulakit. With his hair standing on end, Parikshit Maharaj asked Shukdev Goswami a question. When he heard that Brijvasi gopis never knew that Krishna is God, but still they loved Krishna more than their own biological children. Parikshit Maharaj said, this is very surprising. So what did Parikshit Maharaj say to Shukdev Goswami? Parama Adbhuta Katha Kahila Gosai Tribhuvane Emata Kothao Shuni Nai. Parama Adbhuta Katha Kahila Gosai or Shukdev Gosai? You're speaking very Adbhut Katha. You're speaking very Adbhut Katha. You're saying that they did not know that he is God, but still every gopi, not one or two gopis, every gopi of Vraj, and there are millions of gopis, they loved Krishna more than their own children. This is Adbhut Katha. Parama Adbhuta Katha Kahila Gosai Tribhuvane Emata Katha Suninai. In the whole three worlds, nobody has heard such a katha that somebody loves somebody else's child more than their own child. And everybody is doing that. Millions and millions of gopis of Vraj. Because Krishna had millions and millions of friends. How this is possible? Nija putra haite para tanaya Krishna re. Nija putra haite tanaya Krishna re. Kaha dekhi sneha kaila kevana prakare. Maharaj Parikshit asked Goswami, please explain how the gopis can have more love for Krishna than their own child. I want to know this. This sounds incredible. How is it possible? Shukdev Goswami gives a very beautiful reply. Are you curious to know? Very good. So don't repeat for time, but it's very beautiful. Shri Shuka kahe shuna Raja Parikshit Paramatma sarva dehe vallabha vidhi. Listen, Parikshit, Shukdev Goswami is saying, it is vidit, it is well known that the super soul is dear to all. Paramatma is dear to everybody. When the soul leaves the body, whether it is the son, whether it is the father, mother, wife, daughter, sister, brother, whoever it is, friend, we cremate the body. When the Paramatma has left. Now, a living person, will you ever burn them, your loved one? No. You will protect them from fire. But when the Atma Paramatma have left, that same body you burn. So, Prem kisse tha? Who did you love? You did not love the body, otherwise you would not burn the body. Shukdev Goswami is saying the real love that we have is for the soul, not for the body. Real love is for the soul. Because when the soul leaves the body, that same body we bury or we burn it. So the love was with the soul. And Shukdev Goswami says that soul is Krishna. The super soul is Krishna. That Paramatma is Krishna. And that Krishna is playing as Shishu Gopal. He's playing as Krishna. So is it surprising that everybody is attracted to him? That Paramatma, who is dearest, is there as Krishna. So like that he explains the love of the gopis. So this is very beautiful Siddhanta that because Krishna is Swayam Bhagwan, because Krishna is the source of Paramatma, it is natural that we have more love for Krishna than anybody else. But these are pure devotees. So therefore they could have that love. We have that love. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem. Sadhya Kabul. Shravanadi Shuddha Chitti Koriya Uday. We also have that prem that the gopis had for Krishna. But our love is covered. It is covered. That's why it's not manifesting. Whether they are pure devotees. So they have that love. They can show that love. And Vrindavan Thakur says only devotees can have that love. Not demons. Because Kansa also saw, he writes, Kansa also saw that same Krishna. But he felt envy, he felt anger. Bakasur also saw. He wanted to eat. Aghasur wanted to swallow Krishna. Trinavarta wanted to kill Krishna. Putana wanted to poison Krishna. They all saw that same Krishna, but they did not feel love. They felt hatred, envy. So Vrindavan Thakur is saying that only by bhakti can we actually experience that love for Krishna. Demons cannot. Therefore, we have to associate with devotees so that our heart becomes soft like that. So our heart also melts for Krishna. That's what we want. Jivhara se dosha sharkarara dosha nai ataiva sarva mishra chaitanya gosai. Aha. Vrindavan Thakur says, devotees feel love for Krishna. Non-devotees don't feel. So is it Krishna's fault? He says, no, it is not Krishna's fault. It is just like Jivhara te dosha, Sharkarara dosha nai. If a person with jaundice cannot taste sweetness, everything is tasting bitter because there is bile everywhere, bilirubin everywhere in the body. Everything tastes bitter when there is jaundice. It is not the fault of the Sharkar. It is not the fault of the sugar. It is the fault of the Jivha, the tongue, which is jaundice. Similarly, it is not the fault of Krishna that the demons don't feel attraction for him. It is their problem because they have the jaundice of envy. Krishna prati dvesh. They have envy towards Krishna. So they cannot experience that love for Krishna. Therefore, he says, Sarva Mishra, all sweet is Chaitanya Gosai. He's all attractive. That's why he's attracting everybody in Advaita Samkhya. That is the connection here. Why everybody is getting stunned? Because he is that Paramatma. So, Jivhara se dosha, Sharkarara dosha nai. It is the fault of the tongue, not of sugar. It is the fault of the non-devotees, not Krishna, that they are not attracted. Ataiva sarva mishtha Chaitanya Gosai. You want to sing this verse once? Very beautiful verse. Jivhara se dosha Sharkarara dosha nai. Ataiva sarva mishtha Chaitanya Gosai. In this way, only the devotees were able to recognize Nimai and get attracted to him. The non-devotees could not. Even though he is Krishna himself. Advaita Acharya, when he saw Nimai come and grab Vishwarup and take him, he told, when they both left, both the brothers left, Advaita Acharya told all the devotees, this boy is not an ordinary boy. He is attracting my heart like Krishna attracts my heart. Advaita Acharya is telling everybody. And then all the devotees said, yes, yes, yes. And they all started praising the beauty of Nimai. Everybody in the assembly, all the devotees. In the meantime, Vishwarup and Nimai, they go home. Vishwarup quickly eats his food and immediately comes back to Advaita Acharya's house. Immediately. Again, he wants to start the Bhagavad Katha, the Krishna Katha. Na bhaya samsara sukha Vishwarupa mane niravadhi thake Krishna ananda kirtan. The desire for material enjoyment never came in the heart of Vishwarupa. Never. And niravadhi thake Krishna ananda kirtane. He constantly remained in place where Krishna kirtan was going. Vishwarupa always remained in a place where Krishna kirtan was going. Always. Grihe aileo griha vyavhara na kare niravadhi thake Vishnu grihera bhitare. Even when he was home, he would never talk mundane things. Vyavhar nahi. Vyavharik baatein nahi. Parmarthik baatein nahi. He would always talk about Krishna. And every time he was at home, niravadhi thake Vishnu grihera bhitare. There was Vishnu griha. Vishnu griha means the mandir, the temple in the house, the deity room. Vishwarup, when he was at home, he would only stay in the deity room. He would not stay anywhere, not in the bedroom, not in the living room, not in the media room. He would only stay in the deity room, Vishwarup, in the house. And when he was outside the house, he was in Advaita Samkhya, in the house of Advaita Acharya. This was Vishwarup. Seeing this, what will happen to the parents, Jagannath Mishra and Shachi Mata, that is always in the deity room and is always in the house of Advaita Acharya, giving lectures on different scriptures, talking about Krishna Bhakti. Vivahera udyog karaya pita mata. Shuni Vishwarupa bada mane paya gaya. So mother and father, they started planning Shadi Karo iski. We have to get his vivaha done. We have to get him married because what kind of life is this? Every day and night he's giving Bhagavatam classes in the house of Advaita Acharya. Thank God nobody was inviting him. Come to Richmond. Come to Atlanta. Otherwise he would be traveling. So every day he's been katha. Everyday programs, everyday Bhakti Vriksha, everyday Sunday feast. What is going on? And even when he's at home, he's in the DT room. This is not normal. Let's get him married so he settles down. Start talking about his marriage. And when Vishwarup heard this plan that they are planning to get me married, he felt very distressed. I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married. छाड़ी बा संसार विश्व रूप मने भावे चली जाए मने मात्र एही मने जागे. Vishwarup thought that I will leave home. I will go to the forest. I will take sannyas. I cannot get married. Not possible. ईश्वरेर चित्त वृत्ति ईश्वर से जाने विश्वरूप संन्यास करीला कत दीने. The heart of Krishna is known only to Krishna. We cannot understand Krishna's plan. There is one verse where it is said, Purabe Purabe Saba Bhagavate Kahe Vaishnavera Priya Mudra Bhigena Bhujaye. Purabe Saba Bhagavate Kahe. Previously, all the great souls have said this one thing again and again. What? Vaishnavera Kriya Mudra Bhigye na Bhujaye. Bhujaya means to understand, Bhigya means a very learned person, Vidwan. That even the Vidwans cannot understand the activities of a devotee. So my Guru Maharaj, Srila Radhana Swami Maharaj asked why it is so. That one cannot understand the activities of a pure devotee. Why? So Maharaj gave a very beautiful reply. But right also. Maharaj asked why? Maharaj gave a beautiful reply. Maharaj said, Srila Prabhupada and Jaladuta wrote, Ani yacho jadi Prabhu amare nachate nachao nachao Prabhu nachao se mate kashtera putali jatha nachao se mate nachao Prabhupada's words. Prabhupada wrote on Jadot this song. Says, Ani Yacho Jadi Prabhu, my dear Krishna, now that you have brought me here in Paschatya Desh, when Prabhupada saw the skyline of Boston, Prabhupada wrote this second song. He said, now that you have brought me to this Paschatya Desh, Ani Yacho Jadi Prabhu, now that you have brought me to USA, make me dance. Amare Nachate. Now that you have brought me here, now make me dance. Krishna says, make you dance. How? Nachao, nachao, Prabhu. Nachao, stay mate. आपका जैसा मत है, आपका जैसा desire है, वैसा nachao. Krishna says, really? The way I want? Prabhu says, yes. Kashtero putali jatha. Nachao se mate. Make me your wooden puppet. Kashta means wood. Kashtera putali. Like a puppet, wooden puppet to make me dance. Krishna, you make me do whatever you want. This is a very dangerous prayer to pray. That Krishna, I only want to please you. I only want you. You can do whatever you want with me. Prabhupada prayed like this. Kashtera putali yatha nachao se mate, nachao, nachao, Prabhu, nachao se mate. One sadhu in Vrindavan told me not to pray like this. He said, if you pray, Krishna will take your prayer seriously. And then Krishna will really make you dance the way he wants you to dance. You will have no personal agenda left. You will be finished. And this sadhu said, Prabhupada disciple, he said, I prayed like that. I prayed like that. Jamuna Jivan Prabhu. He was staying at Kusum Sarovar at that time. And he felt inspired by this prayer of Srila Prabhupada. So he prayed that Radharani, you can do whatever you want with me. I have no demands. I have no expectation. I want you in this life. Do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes. I want you. I don't want anything else. He said, at that time he was a pujari at Kusum Sarovar. And at night, dacoits came. And they tied him up with duct tape. And they told him, give the key to the hundi. Hundi, there's sometimes good collection. So give the key to the hundi. We want to take the money. He said, this is Radharani's money. I am Radharani's servant. I cannot do this to Radharani. I will not give you. So they took maximum at burning him. Give. So you can do whatever you want. I will not give you the key. The key was on his Brahmin thread. He tore it and he threw it far away in the grass. So they will never find it. So I will not give you the key. And that hundi was buried underground. So you really had to have the key. Otherwise, very difficult to just take it out. Otherwise, hundi you can just pluck it out and take it. At Kusum Sarovar, it's underground. He said, chabi do. He said, phek diyo, nahi dunga. Jo karna hai karo. Radharani's property, I cannot betray Radharani. If it was my money, I would have given. Radharani's money, I will not give. They started beating him and they set him on fire. And he was tied. And he showed me the burn marks. And they left him to die. But he did not give. And he started screaming loudly so that people will hear and they will not be able to steal Radharani's property. So they ran away, but not before burning him. And nobody came. It was night time. Till morning, he was on the floor, tied up, just excruciating pain. And in the morning, people found him like that. They took him to Ramakrishna Mission Hospital and he was admitted there. And he was laughing. He said, Radharani, you heard my prayer. Radharani, you heard my prayer. Did I pass the test? Did I pass the test? Like that. He's talking to Radharani in his stupor. And then he survived. And then he came out. And then Radharani inspired him that I have to stay in Radhakund. So he went to Radhakund. But kept praying like that. Radharani, I want your darshan. I want you. I don't want anything else. You do what it takes. I am willing to do anything. So I chanting 3 lakh every day, 190 rounds every day, Radhakund, 3 baths in Radhakund, Radhakunda Ashtakam, Radhika Ashtakam, all those Ashtakams. And many things which I cannot speak publicly. But he was doing intense bhajan to get Radharani. And he kept praying, Radharani, do what it takes, but I want you. I want you. I don't want anything else. Make me pure. I know I'm impure. Do what it takes, but purify me. And a bull attacked him. And bull literally threw him, he somersaulted and fell backwards. Broke his back at Radhakund. And again was hospitalized. And again he's laughing. Thank you, Radharani. Thank you, Radharani. Anything more, please let it come. But I want you. I want you. When I met him in Radhakund, we asked him, Prabhuji, your life is so austere. He lives in a closet in a Grihastha's house and does bhajan there. So we asked him, Prabhuji, and there's only one Prabhupada machine, Japa machine. 24/7 Prabhupada's Japa is going on and he's chanting with Prabhupada 24/7. There is no other activity. Only thing, twice a day he comes for Radhakund Parikrama, Radhakund Snan, comes back into his little closet and starts chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra with Prabhupada. The Japa tape, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, like that. So I said, Prabhu, you are living such an austere. You can see his videos on YouTube, Jamuna Jivan Prabhu, in like a skeleton. So we asked him, Prabhu, you are living such an austere life, living at Radhakund in a little closet. So difficult, austere life. He smiled and he said, no, Prabhuji, you are living austere life. I was shocked. Prabhu, I am coming from America. So you are living austere life. Our home is Vrindavan. His Holiness Kadamba Kanand Swami Maharaj. You read that article? Maharaj writes that on my passport, my place of residence is Vrindavan. And I just look at it and feel so happy. On the passport, place of Vrindavan. He is temple president. Vrindavan. This is a devotee heart. कोई समझ नहीं पाएगा. When Srimad Ayendra Prabhu went to get his Indian citizenship, he went to the embassy in Delhi, and the lady who was going to give him take his American citizenship and give Indian citizenship, she said, "Are you sure this Indian government is not going to take care of you like our United States government does? You will get Social Security, you will get Medicare when you become 65. This country won't do anything for you. In America, it is so nice. Why you want to give up American citizenship and take Indian citizenship?" So Andrew said, "Indian government may not take care of me, but my Radha Shamsundar will take care of me. Why don't you also take Indian citizenship?" He told the American girl. He said, "You come with me to Radha Shamsundar temple." He said, "There are many Matajis, you can do bhajan there. You are deputed." So she was an American who is deputed at the US Embassy in Delhi. Says, "You are here, Radharani has called you. That's why you got posting in India. Just quit this job. You also apply for Indian citizenship and come in Krishna Balram Mandir. Radha Shamsundar will take care of you." That she hears it. Vaishnavara Kriya Mudra, Vigyana Mudra. One cannot understand why Jamuna Chandra was praying like that. But he got what he wanted. And he's such a great devotee now. Still in Vrindavan. Now Radharani told him he should preach also. So now he travels and preaches. He goes to Delhi, he goes to Agra, he goes to Gujarat, and then comes back to Vrindavan. Very great devotee, Jamuna Jivan Prabhu. Who can understand why a devotee is praying like this? So Maharaj asked that why it is not possible that we can understand a devotee. Vaishnavara Kriya Mudra, Vigyana Bhojaya. So Maharaj said, because a Vaishnava is a puppet. Kashtera Putalya Nacha Osemate. Nacha Nacha Prabhu Nacha Osemate. A Vaishnava is a puppet in Krishna's hand. Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam. And Krishna is Achintya. Krishna cannot be understood. Here, only Ishvara Chitta Vritti, Ishvara se jana. Only Krishna knows what Krishna knows. Veda ham samaditani, Vartamanani Charjuna, Bhavishya Bhutani, Mam tu Vedana Karshan. Mam tu Vedana Karshan. Nobody knows Krishna. Krishna says in Gita, me nobody knows. So Maharaj said, nobody knows Krishna, and a pure devotee is a puppet in the hands of Krishna. Therefore, nobody knows a pure devotee. Are you understanding? So like that. So then what happened? Jagate Vidita Nam Shri Shankara Aranya Chalila Ananta Pathe Vaishnavagra Ganya. Vishwarup took sannyas and he became famous as by the name Shri Shankara Aranya. Chalilena Jadi Vishwarupa Mahashaya Shachi Jagannatha Danta Harinarika. Seeing that Vishwarup took sannyas, the heart of Shachi Mata and Jagannath Mishra burnt in the fire of separation. Dagda Hailarida, Shachi Jagannath. Goshti Saha Krandana Karaye Ubharaye Bhaira Virahe Murcha Gela Gauraraye. Bhaira Virahe, अपने भाई के विरह में मूर्छा गेला Gauraraye. Our Gauraraye, our Gaura Sundar, he fell down मूर्छित in separation from his brother. Everybody cried loudly. Se viraha varnite vadane nahi pari haila krandana may Jagannath Puri. Jagannath Puri means the house of Jagannath Mishra, not Jagannath Puri, Nilachal. So the whole house was reverberating with loud sounds of crying when Vishwarup left and took sannyas. See, in those days, taking sannyas was not like sannyas of today. Sannyas means you will never ever see that person. Because sannyasis were not allowed to come to their hometown. There was no WhatsApp or Facebook update where we are. There is no phone. They are gone there. There was no letter system. They are gone. They are gone. You will never see them again for the rest of your life. It was a social death. Sannyas means gone forever. So they are all crying. Even Advaita Acharya and other devotees, they also cried. Everyone cried when Vishwarup took sannyas. Jagannatha Shakira Vidirna Hayabu Nirantara Dake Vishwarupa Vishwarup. Shachi Mata Jagannath Mishra, their heart was completely broken And Nirantara, again and again they were calling Vishwarup, Vishwarup. Jagannatha Shachira, Vidirna Haya Bhuk. Bhuk means heart. Their heart was broken. Nirantara Dake, Dake means to call out. Vishwarup, Vishwarup. Let's sing this. Jagannatha Shachira, Vidirna Haya Bhuk. Nirantara Dake, Vishwarupa, Vishwarup. Putra Shoke, Vitra Chandra, Haila Vima. Prabodha Karaye Bandhu Bandhava Saka. Everyone was lamenting that Vishwarup has gone, Vishwarup has gone. People tried to console Jagannath Mishra and Shachi Mata that anybody takes sannyas in the whole family goes back to Vaikuntha. So you should be happy that your son has taken sannyas. He has delivered the whole family. Don't be sad. But parents cannot take it that now I will never be able to see my Vishwarup again. What he will be doing in the forest? Sometimes it rains in the forest. There are wild animals in the forest. He has no followers. He has no mud. Alone he has gone in the forest. How he will survive? What he will eat? Where he will sleep? Parents are thinking like this, and this is true. Sannyasis would go never to be seen again. In this way, Vishwarup took sannyas, and Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Shachi Mata, Jagannath Mishra, they became very, very sad and heartbroken. He namate Vishwarupa Haila Bahira. Nityaranda Swarupera Abheda Sharira. In this way, Vishwarup, who is not different from Nityananda Prabhu, Haila Bahira, he left home and he took sannyas in this way. Je Shunaye Vishwarupa Prabhura Sannyas. Krishna Bhakti Hai Tara Chinde Karma Khas. Whoever hears this pastime of Vishwarup taking sannyas attains devotional service to Krishna and becomes free from the bondage of fruitive work. Je Shunaye Vishwarupa Prabhura Sannyas Krishna Bhakti Hayatara Chinde Karma Khas. So this is the benediction that Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Mahashaya is giving to anybody who hears the story of Vishwarup taking sannyas. And we heard it on the Tithi when it took place. So this is very auspicious. We did it in front of them, in front of Vishwarup and Gaur Sundar. Because we read Nityananda, Swarup says Abhinna Sharir, non-different. So Vishwarup took sannyas because people in the society were not devotees. They were not interested in Krishna Katha, Krishna Kirtan, and they were blaspheming Bhakti and they were blaspheming Bhaktas. And he didn't want to get married into such a family and increase the prapanch. He wanted to be free to do Krishna Bhakti. So Vishwarup took sannyas. Our Srila Prabhupada also accepted sannyas today, following in the footsteps of Sri Vishwarup. And Srila Prabhupada's mood was that I will make these non-devotees into devotees. I will take sannyas and I will make these non-devotees into devotees. Today, in the holy city of Mathura, in Keshavji Gaudiya Math, from his godbrother, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, our Srila Prabhupada took sannyas. There were two sannyas candidates. There was a 90-year-old godbrother, Sri Muni Maharaj, and our Prabhupada. This happened in September 1959. So how old was Prabhupada? 63, correct? Prabhupada was around 63 years old. Prabhupada is 96, 59, so 63. Prabhupada was around 63 years old. Prabhupada took sannyas. And at around 55, Prabhupada had taken Manaprastha. It was a very private ceremony. When Prabhupada took sannyas, there was nobody saying Jai Prabhupada. There was nobody there. Only the mutt residents. No invitations were sent out, nothing. Prabhupada's dear godbrother, Srila Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj was doing Kirtan. Srila Narayan Maharaj was doing the sannyas ceremony. And Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj gave Prabhupada name. So Prabhupada's birth name given by his parents, Shri Rajni Devi and Shri Gaur Mohan Dev, was Abhay Charan, the lotus feet of Krishna, who gives Abhay, who gives fearlessness. Bhaja Hore Mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vinda. So he had a very Krishna conscious name. When he got first initiation, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said that first and second initiation I will give both at the same time. He was so qualified, Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada in 1933 got first and second initiation at the same time from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. And he gave the name Abhay Charanaravinda Das. So Abhay Charan became Abhay Charanaravinda. So he added Arvind, lotus. At Krishna's feet, but lotus. So Abhay Charan became Abhay Charanaravinda Das. When Prabhupada was a Grahastha, Prabhupada was very, very devoted. Srila Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj writes that Prabhupada chanted 64 rounds as a Grahastha every day. And he used to study the books of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada very carefully. And Prabhupada was such a Pandit of Bhagavad Gita, such an expert of Bhagavad Gita, that a very senior godbrother of Srila Prabhupada's, his name is Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj. He sent his own disciple, Srila Govinda Maharaj, to Abhay Charanaravinda Prabhu to learn Bhagavad Gita. A sannyasi sent his own disciple, who is a sannyasi, to a grahastha to learn Bhagavad Gita. So Prabhupada was living in Calcutta at that time, and Srila Bhakti Sundar Govind Maharaj came to Calcutta to do PhD in Sanskrit in Calcutta University. So he was in Calcutta. From Navadvip, he came to Calcutta. And his Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sridhar Maharaj, is in Navadvip. Are you understanding? Prabhupada is in Calcutta, Sridhar Maharaj is in Navadvip. He sends Bhakti Sundar Govind Maharaj, his sannyas disciple, to Calcutta to do PhD in Sanskrit. And tells him, you be in the association of Abhay Babu and learn Bhagavad Gita from him. ये PhD संस्कृत कर रहा है. Gurudev is senior to Prabhupada, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and learn Gita from Prabhupada. Because Prabhupada was such a learned scholar. And Prabhupada taught him Bhagavad Gita. So Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj and Srila Bhakti Sundar Govind Maharaj together, they composed a pranam mantra for Prabhupada. But before that, they gave a title to Prabhupada, Bhakti Vedanta. Bhakti Vedanta. So he became, Abhay Charan became Abhay Charanaravinda Das. Now he became Bhakti Vedanta Abhay Charanaravinda Das. That's Prabhupada. As a Grahastha, he got the title Bhakti Vedanta. Now in Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj's mutt also, everybody has the title Bhakti Vedanta. Srila Keshav Maharaj gave that title. So Narayan Maharaj also is Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Maharaj. Srila Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Maharaj. Srila Bhakti Vedanta Trivikram Maharaj, like that. They also gave that Bhakti Vedanta title, which those godbrothers had given Prabhupada when he was a Grahastha. Then Prabhupada took Vanaprastha. And then today, Prabhupada took sannyas from Srila Keshav Maharaj. So at the time of sannyas, Prabhupada was given the name Swami. Ashtottara Shata means 108. There are 108 sannyas titles like Puri, Tirtha, Muni, Parvat, Swami, like that, Goswami. These are all sannyas titles. 108 sannyas names are there. That's why we say Ashtottara Shata. One of them is Swami. So Prabhupada was given sannyas name Swami. So he became Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami. Understanding Prabhupada's name? Now, any respectable personality, we always add a prefix and a suffix. So they added a suffix, Maharaj. So he became Abhay Charanaravind Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. And before that, we always add a prefix. So we can say Shri Srimad. Shri Srimad Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. When Prabhupada came to West, some disciples like Shri Govinda Dasi Mataji and all, they asked Prabhupada that what are the different titles one can address one's guru by? They were calling him Swamiji because his sannyas name was Swami. Swamiji. So Prabhupada said that there are many. You can call Maharaj, you can call Gurudev, you can call Guru Maharaj, you can call Prabhupada. So then Govinda Dasi asked Prabhupada, which is the most honorable title? Prabhupada said Prabhupada. The most. Who is Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, Jiva Goswami Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Very selected personality. Actually, according to Shastra, Prabhupada is a name given to someone, Acharya, who changes the course of history. Who changes the landscape of literature and language. That person is called Prabhupada, according to Shastra. Not just anybody you can call Prabhupada. They should have their life should be a landmark in the history of Vaishnavism. Therefore, Rupa Goswami, Prabhupada. Srila Jiva Goswami, Prabhupada. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada. And Srila Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. Because Prabhupada, transcendental, have you seen that word before coming to ISKCON? Deity worship paraphernalia, have you seen that? Prabhupada changed our language. When you meet non-devotees, you will understand how much you have changed. कभी-कभी ऐसे शब्द निकलते हैं मुझसे कि जैसे what did you say? Once we were in we hospitalists, we have a conference and there's a lunch and it's like educational thing. Lunch and learn. Exactly. Lunch and learn. So there they make some key announcements. So they said that just recently, we are all sitting at a round table, all the hospitalists, 24 of us, a big hospital. And they said that, so 2 new hospitals have joined us. They told their names and they said they have cleared the medical staff membership and everything, credentialing, and they are ready to go. Because we were short staffed. We were like seeing 20, 25 patients. So we were 20 patients at least. So we were short staffed and they said, they have joined now. Two more hospitalists have joined. So yay. So give a shout out to our 2 new hospitalists, Dr. this and Dr. that. And spontaneously I went, Hari Bol! What? Horrible? I'll not forget it. The true story. Prabhupada has changed our language. Prabhupada has changed our language. Prabhupada has changed the course of history. So he's Prabhupada. But Prabhupada did not have it easy. When Prabhupada came to America after taking sannyas, he didn't come by Qatar Airways with Jain food already ordered online. Prabhupada didn't come by some Holland cruise ships. No. Prabhupada came by cargo ship. It is not meant for passengers. It is meant for cargo. Prabhupada came as a luggage. Free cargo. Free passage he was given. Nobody knew Prabhupada's dietary restrictions. So Prabhupada sat Kolkata. Prabhupada was born and brought up in Kolkata. With so much love, his father and mother brought him up. Kachori Nandu. make kachoris for him. He wanted to have Rath Yatra, father got a Rath, himself painted it for him. So much pampering. He wanted those plastic guns, he wanted 2 guns. Father said, okay, buy 2 guns. Prabhupada would roll out 2 plastic guns in his hand. Now, after taking sannyas, Prabhupada comes to that same Calcutta and there is nobody to receive him. He lived in a dharmashala. When he wanted to board the Jaladuta ship, there was nobody to take him and pick up his trunk. The trunk had potatoes. Because Prabhupada didn't know what I will get there, at least I can make some potatoes and some poha. Prabhupada was carrying these 2 things and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Prabhupada knew that as a almost 70-year-old man, as a 69-year-old man, he will not be able to lift. Once Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj came to Radha Gopinath Mandir and he asked the brahmacharis, do you know how difficult it is for Prabhupada when he was 69? So all the brahmacharis said, yeah, very difficult. No, you don't know. You will not know until you become 69 years old. When I was doing my geriatric training, both of us, Radha Masi, were doing our geriatric training at Emory University. They do what is called as a geriatric simulation, where they make you wear a geriatric suit. That suit makes your vision blurred, as if you have cataract. It causes limitation to your joint movements, so it's harder to walk. It pinches your knees, so you have arthritic knee pain when you walk. Just to give you a feel, you become hard of hearing. It blocks or it muffles the sounds that come. So what did you say, Prabhu? What did you? It makes you hard of hearing. To give you an idea how it is to be old. So that we geriatricians, both of us are practicing geriatrics, we geriatricians know what it feels to be old. How many physical ailments come. Things that we take for granted. You have to wake up 2-3 times at night to urinate because of prostate problem. We take those things for granted. So many things are there. So Prabhupada was 69 years old and he knew he could not lift up the trunk. So he called up his son. Prabhupada's one son was special needs. How many of you knew? He was autistic. Severely autistic. He would run out of the house. And Prabhupada, in those days, there was no knowledge also about autism. How many of you knew that Prabhupada's one son was special needs? Prabhupada had a very tough life. Very tough life. Prabhupada wrote Bhagavad Gita and his wife told that those stack of papers, buy some tea biscuits, Parle-G, Mari biscuits, I don't know what. Prabhupada had a very, can you imagine there is no backup on a hard drive? Gone. Your days and days and days of toil is gone. So Prabhupada comes to Calcutta and there is nobody to see him off. There was a 3-day gap between the ship and Prabhupada coming to Calcutta. So Prabhupada called Vrindavan Chandra, his son. Will you help me carry my trunk to the ship? He said, yes, Daddy, I will come. So he came. Nobody else came. So Vrindavan Chandra picked up the suitcase, the trunk of Prabhupada, and carried it to the cargo ship. And then Vrindavan Chandra said, Daddy, this is not even a passenger ship. So yeah, there's a cargo ship. I got a free passage. Thanks to Srimati Morarji, Sumati Morarji. So then Prabhupada had a small little cabin where he could sleep. So the Vrindavan Chandra kept the trunk under that seat. And the ship was late by 2 hours, as is very common in India. So Prabhupada sat, Vrindavan Chandra sat with his father. He was a manager, general manager for Bose company. He had his own Prayag pharmacy. He had a nice business. He had a house. He had servants. Now he has nothing. Prabhupada had no money on him, just 40 rupees. And Vrindavan Chandra and Prabhupada were just sitting in that little cabin, 2 hours. And Prabhupada was chanting japa. And Vrindavan Chandra was crying silently. When my Guru Maharaj, Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj asked Vrindavan Chandra, why you were crying? He said, I was looking at my father and I was remembering how much struggle he has gone through in his life. And now at the fag end of his life, when he should retire and live a peaceful life, he's going to America. He had never been to America. He had never been outside India. He had not even been to Nepal or any other country. He had no experience. I asked my father, where are you going to go there? Who is going to come to receive you? And my father said, I don't know. My father had no money to take a cab. And the ship was coming to New York, Boston, then New York. And he was not staying in New York. He was staying in Butler, Pennsylvania. I asked him, where is this Butler, Pennsylvania? Prabhu said, I don't know. I said, my father, he will go to US. He doesn't have warm clothes. He has no money for a cab or a bus. He doesn't even know where he is going. They will not understand his language. They will not understand his accent. I think I will never see my father again. Thinking like this, he started crying. Then the whistle blew and Vrindavan Chandra got down from the ship. And he said, I was just standing there looking at the ship as it sailed across and disappeared behind the horizon. I thought I will never see my father again. But I felt very proud of my father. That to serve his Gurudev, he's taking such a big risk. And Prabhupada came to America. He was going to live with Sally and Gopal Agrawal. Prabhupada went to Agra to distribute his Bhagavatam. And there he met Mr. Agrawal, the father of Gopal Agrawal. And Prabhupada did a little program in his house. Just he was sitting, his wife was sitting, and they were very sad. That's why they wanted to hear some Harikatha. Prabhupada said, why are you sad? He said, our son Gopal, he went to America to study, but he got married to an American girl. Now he doesn't even come, and he lives like an American, started eating. He's a Brahmin, but started eating meat after going to America. We are very sad. Our son has become American. So Prabhupada said, I also want to go to America. Mr. Agrawal said, what? You are a sannyasi. You have decided to go to America? Prabhupada said, I also want to go to America. But I want to go there to serve my Gurudev. Can your son send me an invitation letter? So that's how Mr. Agrawal told his son, Gopal, to send an invitation letter for Prabhupada to get a 2-month visa. 2 months. That time it was not 10-year multiple entry B1, B2. No. It was a 2-month visa, religious visa. So Prabhupada had only 2 months. And he somehow went to Gopal Agrawal's house. Gopal Agrawal did not even come to pick up. He sent a travel agent to make Prabhupada sit on a bus so he can make his way to Butler, Pennsylvania. And then Gopal went to the bus stop to pick up Prabhupada. He brought him home. Gopal Agrawal and his wife Sally Agrawal, they had 2 children. One was a newborn and one was a little toddler. And they also had just started their life in America after finishing his studies, Gopal Agrawal. So he didn't have a house. He was living in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. Gopal Agrawal in Butler, Pennsylvania was living in a 2-bedroom apartment. 1 bedroom they slept, 2nd bedroom was for the kids. So they told Prabhupada, Swamiji, we don't have a room for you, but you can come and spend time, but you can stay in the YMCA, Young Men Christian Association. So our Srila Prabhupada, coming from Sevakun, Vrindavan, he's staying in YMCA. And Prabhupada would sleep there, and every morning he would come because there was no food for him in YMCA. Even on the ship, Prabhupada had no food. Prabhupada sat in Kolkata, they went to Ceylon, they went to Bombay, and till Prabhupada went to, what is that place in Turkey? Istanbul, Prabhupada fasted. Please note down. Prabhupada started from Kolkata till he reached Istanbul. Prabhupada fasted because there was no arrangement for Prabhupada to eat. Prabhupada would not eat from the ship kitchen because they made non-veg meat. And Prabhupada didn't have a cooker of his own. He had poha and potatoes, but he had no way of cooking it. Prabhupada lived on water from Calcutta many days till Istanbul. I'm telling you the truth. Captain Pandey got concerned, and plus Prabhupada had all that seasickness, motion sickness. Captain Pandey got down with Prabhupada in Istanbul and bought Prabhupada a cooker. That's when Prabhupada cooked his first meal in Istanbul. He broke his fast. Prabhupada would not eat from the ship kitchen because they cook meat there. Please, Prabhupada is in Radha Damodar Mandir. He's very high class Vrajrasi Vaishnava. He's not used to all this Mlecha kitchen where people are eating meat. He's very pure Vaishnava. So Prabhupada ate in Istanbul. He cooked his first meal in Istanbul. His birthday came on the ship. Prabhupada cooked a feast and fed Captain Pandya, gifted Captain Pandya and his wife, his Bhagavatam, 3-volume, first canto. Gave Hari Katha, did some kirtan on the ship. Prabhupada had a very tough life. So he came to YMCA. He would sleep in YMCA. He would bathe in shower in YMCA in a common bathroom. And then he would come to Sally Agarwal's house. Sally Agarwal would be cooking breakfast for the family. Gopal Agarwal would be sitting on the dining table reading newspaper and eating breakfast. And Prabhupada would be sitting in a corner chanting japa. When Sally Agarwal finished cooking, the kitchen was available for Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada would go to the kitchen and cook for the whole family. Prabhupada would cook. And then he would feed everybody and Prabhupada also would eat. And then Prabhupada would sit in the whole day in that house, sitting and chanting. Sally Agarwal said he was the easiest guest I ever had in my life. I had to not worry about entertaining him. He would just sit and chant all day. He would just sit and chant. And sometimes Prabhupada would bring his portable typewriter and he'd type his Bhagavatam translations. He was the easiest guest. I never had to worry about him. Isko yahan le jao, ye dikhao, Statue of Liberty, background, kuch chanting happily. Krishna Bhakta Nishkam, Ataiva Shant. Mukti Mukti Siddhi Kami, Sakale Ashant. We are Ashant, Prabhupada Ashant, just chanting Hare Krishna. And then Prabhupada would request Sally Agarwal, whatever contacts you have, can you tell them to come to your house in the evening? I want to speak Harikatha to them. I have come here to preach. I have only 2 months. It was very embarrassing for Sally Agarwal to invite her friends to hear from this weirdly dressed. She said, Sally Agarwal said, he's wearing his orange bed sheets, wrapping himself in orange bed sheets. He's putting some color on his forehead. He's wearing wooden necklace. He's got a tuft of hair behind. He wears bathroom chappals everywhere. It's very weird, carries a danda. A very thick Bengali accent. But she invited some friends and they would come. And Prabhupada would speak a class like this for 2 hours for 1 or 2 people in Butler, Pennsylvania. And then Prabhupada would write in his diary, today 2 people came and one of them even bought my 3 volumes of first canto Bhagavad. I think America is very fertile for Krishna. He's writing. The diary is there, Prabhupada's diary. But Prabhupada stayed there for a month, but nothing much was happening except some home programs. So Prabhupada was not satisfied. He said, I didn't come here for this. I have to do something. Let me go to New York. Prabhupada had no plan, nothing. He just went to New York. Whatever books he sold in Butler, Pennsylvania, with that money, Prabhupada went to New York and rented a loft that he was sharing with an 18-year-old boy. And Prabhupada thought, I am in New York, I will preach. My Guru Maharaj said, a preacher should be in big cities. So I have come to the biggest city I know, New York. Let me try to preach here. And that young 18-year-old boy used to do LSD, drugs. So one day he had an argument with Prabhupada that where to keep the soap in the bathtub. Prabhupada kept it in some place. He said, no, you keep it down. Prabhupada said, Baba, I cannot bend, my back hurts. Can I keep it here? No, you keep it. There was some argument. And he got so angry, he took a knife and attacked Prabhupada in the cold. Prabhupada came, it was November. So Prabhupada came in September. 1 month he lived in Butler, Pennsylvania. He had just come to New York. Prabhupada was not used to that cold. It was November or December when it has become very cold. And Prabhupada was so innocent. One morning Prabhupada woke up in November and everything was white. It had snowed at night. And Prabhupada asked this 18-year-old boy, Did some municipality come and paint the whole town white? Why everything has become white? So the 18-year-old boy said, Swamiji, this is a snow. Prabhupada had never seen snowfall in his life. His first winter in America. And few days later, this boy goes into a fit of rage, takes a knife, and in the middle of the night, he attacks Prabhupada to kill Prabhupada. Prabhupada tried to reason, but he was under the influence of drugs. Prabhupada just picked up his typewriter because it was his service to his Gurudev. Picked up his typewriter and ran. 70-year-old man. He ran out of the apartment, went down the stairs. There were people completely high on drugs, hippies lying across the staircase. Prabhupada had to step across and somehow Prabhupada ran. He's chasing behind. And Prabhupada somehow ran on the street with a typewriter in his hand, not knowing to turn left or right. Now, through preaching, Prabhupada had made contact with one boy called Mike and his girlfriend Jan. And Prabhupada had their phone number and he had a few coins. So Prabhupada went to a coin booth and called Mike and said, Mike, I don't have anywhere to go. Can I come to your house? I know you live somewhere close by in the Bowery. Mike gave his address and said, come on over. We will let you in. Prabhupada went and knocked on their door and said, I don't have anywhere to go. This boy attacked me. I don't know what to do. All my belongings, my clothes are there only. Can I stay with you tonight? It is very cold outside. And Mike said, yes, Prabhupada, you can stay with us. And Jan, his girlfriend, also said, you can stay. We have some cats in the house, but you can stay with us tonight. Tomorrow we'll find you another place to stay. That Mike became Mukunda Goswami and Jan became Janaki. Prabhupada had it very difficult. Then somehow they got another apartment for Prabhupada. And Prabhupada was staying there. And Prabhupada was looking for a place. Prabhupada said, if I have to preach, I should have my own place. Then I can invite people, I can have programs. Because he was sharing with these young boys and they would not allow Prabhupada to have programs. They had their own agenda. They had their own parties. So Prabhupada met a person in Long Island. His name was Mr. Hartman. And he had a building. And he said, Prabhupada, I will sell it to you for $150,000 cash. And Prabhupada said, yes, let's do that. It was 2 stories. So Prabhupada said, I will have a temple and kitchen on the main floor, and we'll have the auditorium for Katha Kirtan upstairs. Prabhupada is planning like this. It's a very nice building. It can be used as a first Radha Krishna temple in the Western Hemisphere. So Prabhupada wrote to his godbrother, Srila Tirtha Maharaj, that Maharaj, can you send some money so that I can buy this $150,000 temple? It will be the first Gaudiya Math temple in America. But to get money into America, you had to have permission from the foreign exchange, the government of India. So Tirtha Maharaj applied for it, for Prabhupada. But it was pending, you know how government it is, pending, bureaucracy. And that time the Prime Minister of India was Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri. And the permission was not coming from the government. And then finally Prabhupada got a denial that you cannot do that foreign exchange. Money can come to India, money cannot leave India in those days. So then Prabhupada thought, when Lal Bahadur Shastri comes to America, I will personally meet him. There was a plan for Lal Bahadur Shastri to come to America. Prabhupada said, he knows me. I have given him my Bhagavatam. I have met him. Photo bhi hai. I will meet Lal Bahadur Shastri and I will request him to sanction sending money from India to here so that I can buy the first Radha Krishna temple in America. So Lal Bahadur Shastri's plan was to go to Russia and from Russia to come to America. It never happened. He died in Russia. Lal Bahadur Shastri never came to America. Prabhupada could never meet him. The next Prime Minister was Indira Gandhi. And Prabhupada is writing letter after letter to Indira Gandhi. Indira Gandhi also responded no. Money can come inside India, money cannot leave India. Then Prabhupada wrote to Sumati Morarji that you have helped me. For your Gopalji, I want to build one first temple of Gopal in America. Please, can you send 150,000? It was coming to some few lakh, 8 lakh rupees or something like that. Can you send that money? He didn't get a reply. Then he wrote to his godbrothers. He didn't get any reply. Crying alone in the wilderness. Prabhupada was crying alone in the wilderness. Finally, Prabhupada went to Mr. Hartman and he said, listen, I really want to buy this property. It will be a perfect temple for me. Anyway, your temple is on sale, it is not getting sold, so you are unnecessarily paying mortgage and utilities. You let me in for free. Let me live there for free. I will have programs. I will collect donations from well-wishers, and I will pay you a rent. Right now, you are not even getting a rent. I don't have $150,000, but I'll pay you some monthly rent, and I will take care of the utilities. So you don't lose money. In fact, you gain money. Can you please give it to me for rent? Later on, when I have money, I will buy it from you. Mr. Hartman, he didn't have a heart. He said no. Either you buy it cash down, or I don't want to entertain you. So Prabhupada didn't know what to do. No help was coming. Finally, Prabhupada told Mr. Hartman that I will give you double the rent. You please let me have this building. I really want this building. Because unless I have a place, I cannot preach. Where will I preach? So Mr. Hartman told him, I will sell the house, this property to anybody but you. He told like that. Maybe he didn't want it to become a temple. He was a fanatic or something. So he sold it to somebody else. And Prabhupada had written so many letters about that property, describing it to his godbrother. That is like this. So here there will be kitchen. Here there will be a dining area where devotees can sit and have prasad. Here we'll have the deities. Here we'll have the auditorium where Katha Kirtan will go on. It will be the first temple. You also come. We will invite the ambassador of India for the inauguration. Prabhupada had all these plans and the building was sold. Prabhupada had nothing. In this way, Prabhupada, he somehow was struggling very hard to preach in America. And one day Prabhupada was walking along a street in the Bowery, and one man came running and said, India? And Prabhupada said, yes. Are you also from India? He said, no, I am from New York. And then his friend also came. We are from New York. So, Acha, what is your name? He said, my name is Keith. They said, around a year ago, we went to India to find a guru. And we went on a cargo ship. The name of the cargo ship was Jalduta. It came to New York, September last year, and we got on that ship and we went to India. And we searched for a guru in India in many places, but all we got was typhoid and malaria. So we got on a flight and we flew back to America. So believe it or not, this Keith became Kirtananda Swami. He and Hayagriv, they had gone to India for the first time to search a guru on the Jaladuta. But they could not find because the guru was Jagat Guru was here. So they got malaria, typhoid, they came back to New York and they saw someone who looked like an Indian Swami. So they got curious. They said, we saw many people dressed like you in saffron in India. Are you a guru? Prabhupada said, I am a servant of my guru. Every evening, I am conducting Monday, Wednesday, Friday evening, I am conducting Bhagavad Gita classes. You please come. They said, okay, we'll come, we'll check it out. So Prabhupada said, no, you come right now and I will show you the place so you don't have difficulty finding it for the next satsang. They said, no, we'll find it. Prabhupada said, no, let me show you. You come. Prabhupada wanted to make sure that they know. So Prabhupada brought both those boys and showed them. It is a temple, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. in the evening. Please come. I will give you nice food also, Prabhupada said. I said, okay. So they started coming. And they became Hayagriv, Prabhu, and Kirtananda Swami. Later, Keith and Howard. So much can be said. I want to speak much more, but time is up. So Prabhupada started with great difficulty. And Prabhupada's potency continued. Then Prabhupada met so many great devotees like Brahmananda Prabhu and Jadurani Mataji, Satsarup Maharaj. Then Prabhupada went to San Francisco. There he met Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj and so many other stalwart. Later on, they will become great devotees. So Prabhupada did that. And Prabhupada's mercy, Prabhupada's mission is continued today by his sincere disciples. His Holiness Vishnujan Swami Maharaj was a very empowered preacher. follower of Srila Prabhupada. He pioneered college and university preaching. And once Vishnujan Swami Maharaj went to a particular college, university to preach, 4 of them were there, Brahmananda Prabhu, Gargamuni Prabhu, Vishnujan Maharaj and one more, I'm forgetting the name. 4 of them were preaching together, doing book distribution, doing Sankirtan. They went to a university town and they had no place to stay. So they asked a student, can we stay with you? The student was married and he was living in an apartment, 1-bedroom apartment with his wife. But he said, okay, you can stay with me. These 4 young men, brahmacharis, they stayed with that couple. And every day they would wake up early in the morning, have their morning program. Samsara da, they would sit and chant japa, they would read Bhagavatam together. And then they will go on Sankirtan, book distribution and Sankirtan, Harinam Sankirtan. Distribute books, come back in the evening, crash. Again, early 3 days they stayed like that. And in the evening when they would come, they would have a discussion. They would have a discussion with this couple. The woman was not interested so much, but the man was very much interested. So they would have discussion. And they would also cook in the house, prasad, bhoga, and offer it to Krishna. And Radha Damodar. And they would offer in a plate, and they had a silver spoon. So one day this man, he had an argument with these 4 preachers that you are renunciants, you are wearing saffron cloth. Why you are carrying a silver spoon? So they said, no, this is not for us, this is for Krishna. For Krishna we can use anything. This boy was not convinced. No. You are monks, you are renounced people, you should not carry a silver spoon. He was not convinced. Anyway, they had a discussion back and forth. And then in the morning when he woke up, the couple woke up, these 4 men were gone. Because they were like that. They would stay for 4 or 5 days, preach, and then go to the next town, next university. So they were gone. But they left a thank you letter for him. Like, thank you for your hospitality. You kept us for 3 days. We are very grateful. So this man was feeling very sad that I had an argument last night with them and now they are gone. They didn't even give me a chance to apologize or make it up with them. They were nice. I used to like their kirtans, their philosophy, their prasad. I'll never get there again. They didn't even leave any contact information. I don't know how to be in touch with them. So he picked up that thank you note, and underneath he saw they had left a gift for him, the silver spoon, to show him that they are not attached. It is for Krishna. But if you are not convinced, here you can have it. We don't care. Have it as prasad. So they left a silver spoon for him. And this person became His Holiness Indra Swami Maharaj. Srila Indra Swami Maharaj ki. This is the legacy of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada's work continues today through his disciples. Srila Prabhupada lives through his instructions, and the disciples live with Srila Prabhupada by following those instructions. If we are following the instructions of Srila Prabhupada, we are with Prabhupada. That is a test. Prabhupada lives through instructions, so one who follows instructions lives with Prabhupada. Simple. Mathematics. A equals B, B equals C, so A equals C. Prabhupada lives through his instructions. The true disciple lives in the instructions, so the true disciple lives with him. So this is the meditation I wanted to share with all of you. Today Vishwarup took sannyas, Prabhupada took sannyas, and so many of our acharyas have taken sannyas for the same purpose, to somehow or the other bring us to the lotus feet of Nitai Gaura Sundar. Because that is where we will find real shelter. That is where we will find real joy. Not in this world. We can try as much as we want, but there is no, this is Dukkhalaya. And our problem is we are trying to find Sukh in Dukkhalaya. It is like going to a pustakalaya and asking them that we want food. But for that, you have to go to Bhojanalaya. Pustakalaya, you'll get pustak. You will not get bhojan. So similarly, this is Dukkhalaya. Krishna, who is the creator of this world, has labeled it Dukkhalaya. So, and we are looking for search for happiness. Anandamayobhyasa. We will not get it here. Anandambudhi vardhanam pratipadam purnamrita swadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Vishwarup Mahotsav ki, Nitai Gaur. Hari Bol. Are there any questions? There is one question. Is there kirtan? Yes, there is kirtan. So we'll have a short kirtan and then prasadam. Yes, Bhadra Purnima. Oh, yes. So with the boxes, the Bhagavatams are here. So this is what Srila Prabhupada gave to the world. Prabhupada sacrifice. So who was the Nilima Mataji? Where is Nilima Mataji? Hare Krishna. So I hand over to Dityaram Prabhu. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Wow, okay. Amazing session. It's been almost Hari Bol. Been almost 3 hours, and it was just so mesmerizing. Prabhu's truly empowered culture and Mahaprabhu, we can see. And the best part was everyone was saying, we're not going to repeat the verses as we are getting late. But anyways, just do it. There's so much of love for Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya. We are so grateful and so fortunate to have you. Sorry for